Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be going over my ultimate and complete guide for the Festival of the Lost Halloween Activity 2020 for Destiny 2. We're going to be going over everything I do know about this event, from all of the items that are available to the farming methods to the special little pieces here and there. Everything that I know about the event, you'll probably learn something that you don't know in this guide. And with this, I've also made an open public document for you guys to use to make it easier instead of coming back to this video every time. You can find a link to that in my Discord server in the channel #spreadsheetsdocs. And of course, if you do end up using these docs, make sure you share my channel with other people. I know a lot of people will be tempted just to share the document with people, but please tell them about my channel because you know I make a lot of other great stuff, including the spreadsheets for all the different videos and all the videos I make in general. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, this event takes place from October 6th to November 3rd, which means you have 4 weeks to get everything during the event and do everything that you want to do. On top of that, it ends 1 week before the end of the season, which is 1 week before Beyond Light. First up, let's talk about Eva Levante. She's going to be the primary vendor of the event. She offers many things, including event masks, mystery grab bags, bounties, sparrow, ghost, and the ship. From my experience, the mystery grab bags award random legendary gear, blue gear, enhancement prism, enhancement cores, and standard materials. The better of those items is much more common in the legendary version, so if you end up with a whole bunch of extra resources, you can spend all of those resources on the mystery grab bags in hopes you can get some prisms. But this is in no ways an efficient method of doing so. I still recommend the Pit of Heresy on each of the characters and deleting the thing you got out of the final chest. That's 21 prisms a week, and that's really good. And on top of that, you know, the double rewards in the ordeal is also great as well. Up next, let's talk about the triumphs. There's 9 new triumphs for this particular event, offering a whopping total of 0 triumph score. However, you do need to unlock a certain number of these triumphs in order to get certain things from Eva Levante. For example, acquiring the other Festival of the Lost masks, all 5 of them, unlocks the Bubbling Cauldron mask. To unlock the Ghost, Sparrow, and Ship, you need to unlock 15, 30, and 45 caches in the Haunted Forest. And finally, for the Seeker Triumph, you have to acquire an Ascendant Lens. You get this after opening 45 Cipher Chests. Spider will just say, hey, come to me, and I'll give you an Ascendant Lens. Currently, we don't know, or at least I don't know what this Ascendant Lens is used for. Perhaps it will be used in Beyond Light, or by the end of this event. So basically, if you open 45 caches in the Haunted Forest with those Coder Decipher things, you get all of the achievements. Up next, let's go in detail about the Haunted Forest. The Haunted Forest is a 750 power repeatable event activity that can be started in the tower next to Eva, or from the tower director. You have to complete that first quest at Spider to unlock the ability to play it. The Haunted Forest takes you through a spooky version of the Infinite Forest where you kill enemies and terrors, loot chests, and fight bosses within a time limit. And the more bosses you kill, the more rewards you get at the end of the mission. Specifically, the Haunted Forest drops chocolate strange coins and candies from enemies, and the Braytech Werewolf and Horror Story from the final Cipher chest. To open these chests, you need Cipher decoders, which are obtained randomly from major activity. I'll go more in detail about that later. The number of chests is unaffected by the number of waves completed, so if you want to do it quickly, just don't kill any of the bosses other than one boss, and then of course you can get to the end faster. There's also a Powerful Gear Tier 3 weekly from defeating 20 terrors in a week, and of course a Pinnacle Gear weekly after finishing 7 branches in a single run. So if you still need armor stuff, that is a great opportunity. And lastly, after clearing a platform of enemies, there is a chance that a bonus chest platform will spawn nearby. So always do the 360 before moving on, because you can get some free stuff from it, including chocolate strange coins and candy. Up next, let's talk about farming. There are many things in this event that you will easily get just by playing the game. However, I know that many of you don't have a lot of time, many people have a life, so here are the best ways that I found to farm the stuff. First up, for candy, which drops randomly from kills in PvE, but in higher amounts from elite enemies, whereas in PvP you get guaranteed 4 per kill. If you need to farm candy, the best way is going to be from the Altars of Sorrow, for the immense amount of enemies, majors, bosses, and team side. Pretty much across the board, Altars of Sorrows is going to be one of the best farms PvE, it's so good. For the chocolate strange coins, these things drop at the end of most activities, which all drop differing amounts of chocolate strange coins, and from the event bounties themselves. The Haunted Forest drops more chocolate strange coins for each wave completed, so if you really need those chocolate strange coins, just completing more waves of the Haunted Forest is probably the best way. And with that, higher difficulty activities usually give you more for completion. For example, 4 from a Crucible match, 9 from a Master Nightfall, 2 from a Heroic Contact public event, and in general, most people farm the low-level Nightmare Hunts as they give you decent rewards very quickly. I believe you can complete the Skolas one in 3 minutes, and you have a good chance of getting a lot of that to drop. Up next, the Decoder Ciphers. And this is going to be the big one, the one that a lot of people are going to struggle with, especially early on. The drop rate was like 10 to 20%, was really bad. These drop randomly at the end of most activities. You may get none, you may get one. I've even heard some people get two. To reiterate, you use these decoder ciphers on the Cipher Chest at the end of the Haunted Forest, and these things will unlock previous year's masks, the Braytech Werewolf auto rifle, the Horror Story auto rifle, and a bunch of other legendary stuff. You can actually inspect the decoder cipher to see what you could possibly get from it. And just like the Chocolate Strange coins, because it's dependent on completion of an activity and it's a bit random, the best farmable way is going to be the low-level Nightmare hunts. Or if you want to use the Spire Stars checkpoint glitch. I'm not going to be going over that in this video. I left the link to that from an Astrocross video in my document. I'll also try to leave it in the description down below. And the last thing I'll talk about as far as a farmable item is going to be Bright Dust. Now there's not a huge source of Bright Dust. Some events we get double Bright Dust and experience from certain bounties. In this one we get regular amounts, but Eva is an extra source of Bright Dust. So she's got 2 weekly, she's got repeatable. These all give Bright Dust amounts. Now combine that with a lot of the other vendors, get the thing from Zavala, from Shax, the Drifter, a lot of the things task you to do all those different modes, you can double up on a lot of the Bright Dust opportunities. And you need Bright Dust to be able to buy a lot of the event stuff, all of the seasonal stuff, and just stuff in general, which I know a lot of you guys are going to be short on Bright Dust. And of course repeat that on all of your different characters, because those weeklies come back on other different characters and of course repeat every week, and you can get yourself a lot of Bright Dust, but you have to do all the weeklies. Those are going to be the big part of it. Next up, let's talk about the Festival of the Lost mods and the Masquerader's helmet. You acquire the Masquerader's helmet from Eva Levante initially, and you can buy all sorts of versions from her as well. You need the Masquerader's helm equipped to be able to get candy and Chocolate Strange coins to drop. You do not need it equipped to get the cipher codes to drop. And on this helmet, there's a special mod slot that allows you to equip the Festival of the Lost armor mods. They're only active in the Haunted Forest, and they give you significant bonus. The first one, Higher Purpose, gives you resistance in the air, increases damage to all enemies, and gives you more chance of heavy ammo. The second one, Vampiric Touch, increases the damage to challenging enemies, precision kills give you health regen, and also gives you heavy ammo from kills. And the last one, Energetic Assassin, precision kills grant grenade and melee energy, adds significantly more damage to terrors, which are the end bosses, and increased chance for the heavy ammo as well. In my opinion, if you're going for the very high amount of waves, Higher Purpose just feels the best because of that damage resistance, which you really need with those high amounts of modifier. If you're looking to just crush waves like 5 to 7, you're gonna need Energetic Assassin. That's the best way to get through the bosses as quickly as possible, which is usually the problem. But then again, these days, just put a bubble down and sword the boss is just such a powerful strategy. We don't really need that much more damage. Last year, we definitely needed it a lot more. Up next, we have Eververse, where you can buy a bunch of the new ghost shells, ships, arrows, transmit effects, shaders, masks, and emotes. Those masks, by the way, are exclusive to her pool, so if you want to look like Spider or one of Spider's dudes, you have to get it from Eva Levante. Now, the store will have many items available for silver, a premium currency, or you can buy them for Bright Dust at some point during the event. Most items are usually sold at some point, so save up your Bright Dust, check in every week to see what's available, and you can buy a lot of the items that you want. And of course, yet again, there is an event-exclusive Halloween-themed Universal Ornament set being sold by Eververse for either 1,500 silver, which is around $15, or 6,000 Bright Dust per class per character. And on top of that, you also have the opportunity to buy the previous years as well. That little skeleton dark formation, and then the previous years that I didn't really like. But this year's looks pretty good. I definitely like the Hunter and the Warlock, they look great. In the last section, I wanted to talk about some miscellaneous stuff, including a bunch of Bungie rewards. If you did not know, completing the first quest in the Festival of the Lost to actually unlock the Haunted Forest, you get a special dark-themed emblem. All you have to do is go to Bungie Rewards website on bungie.net, log in, connect your accounts, accept the thing, and then unlock it on the game. And you can also do that for whenever you get the ghost shell, the special wrapped ghost shell. You can also unlock the ability to buy the real-life mummy ghost pin on the Bungie rewards. And that's pretty much it. That is going to be the end of the video. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, concerns, or if there's something major that happens since when I've made this video and something happening in the event, because I'll try to add it to the actual document, which is great. So if you ever see at the very top that the last edited was something more recent, you may have changed something on the document. But yeah, that's going to be the end of it. Hope you guys did enjoy. My name is Dychronic, and I will see you guys on the next one.